Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle that's kind of a couple of months late. This is the next puzzle in the Dying Flutchman Features Doables series, and there's a bit of a story behind this one that I'll get into before I solve, but I first want to mention a couple of other things. A few days ago, I released the Skilling Sudoku puzzle pack on my channel, which is a pack of 30 killer Sudoku puzzles. A lot of the puzzles have been designed for people who are still quite new to solving Sudoku. So if you've never really, or if you're new or you've never really explored the depths of killer Sudoku and you want to learn some of the tricks in a nice, easy way, this is probably the pack for you. Details of the pack will be below, and there was an introduction video a couple of days ago. The other thing I really want to call out is that recently Timberlake from the Smart Hobbies YouTube channel solved one of my puzzles, my puzzle Carpenter Ant, which is a Renban variant puzzle. And he did a wonderful job of solving and explaining that puzzle. It's not a puzzle of mine that I've actually covered on my channel, and I'm not planning on covering it on my channel now because Timberlake did such a great job of solving it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a link to his solve below. He's actually put it up on his Buy Me a Coffee page. You don't have to buy him a coffee to do it, but it would be nice if you did. And I will throw a link to that page below where you'll be able to find the video of him solving that puzzle. And I really want to thank him for solving the puzzle. And yeah, it was a really nice solve. So thank you. Go check out Smart Hobbies. If you want to learn tricks on solving classic Sudoku and everything, it's another great channel that you can use to get those resources. Lots of great puzzle channels out there. They're worth checking out. I need puzzles. My submission guidelines I link to in the bottom of every video, and I tend to throw a pop-up in all of them. So yeah, also think about that. I've got playlists running at the moment, so check out the stuff. Reach out to me on Discord if you've got questions about anything. Let's have a look at this puzzle and why this is late. So I'd been running through the Dying Flutchman Features Doables puzzles, and I'd been basically doing one every sort of couple of weeks. And I got to this puzzle shortly after I got home from holidays, I think, and I was suffering from the brain fog of COVID, and I couldn't solve it. Like this was supposed to be a doable puzzle, and I actually couldn't solve it. And I still think this kind of stretches the bounds of doable. I would call this a really, really cool puzzle, but from the concept of doable, where it's supposed to be something that is introduction, where people, it's like, if you've never seen a Chinese whispers puzzle before, this is your intro. I don't think this is that puzzle. And sorry, Dying Flutchman, I'm not trying to call it out. Now, it's been a couple of months since I did eventually solve it, but it took me a very long time. And I think I remember the big trick that I got stuck on. I expect people who come to this going, oh, it's another doable puzzle, may get a little bit stuck. And I might try and remember to throw something in the thumbnail or the description where I go, be a little bit warned. You may see from the video link, this one's going to be a bit tricky. So I'm going to go into the details and everything, but I just want people to know that while this series I think is absolutely great, we all make mistakes. I released a puzzle in a pack, which so far almost no one has been able to solve, and including me. I have no idea what my solve pass for it was. So it's very easy for a setter to do. I'm not angry at Dying Flutchman for it. There is some really cool stuff in this. It's just, I'm not sure it fits into the rest of the theme of this pack. But anyway, let's have a look at Chinese Whisper and Killable, I think it's number 8 in the, which is the 9th puzzle in the Dying Flutchman Features Doables series. So, how does this puzzle work? Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We then have killer cages, which is explaining first because they're easy. In cages, digits must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cages, and digits cannot repeat within cages. So for example, ignoring the lines for now, I could not make both of those 5 because that would break the rules of killer Sudoku. So that would not be valid. Chinese whispers are these little red lines, and what Chinese whispers are is digits separated on a Chinese whisper line must have a difference of 2 or less. which would mean that if this, for example, was a 3, this would have to be from 1, 2, couldn't be a 3 because it's in the same column, 4 or 5. They could not be further than 2 apart. That's the rules of Chinese whispers. I'm going to restart this puzzle and let's give this a shot. So, I don't remember how to start this puzzle at all. I know when I get to a trick that there's something to look for. Okay, an 11 cage in 4 is absolutely forced. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, and 5. And I think a 29, 29 cage is 5, 7, 8, 9. They are just forced because 30 is the maximum you can put in. So I can reduce the lowest digit by 1. 10 is the minimum I can put into a 4-cell cage. So I can reduce the highest digit by 1 and get to those values. Now, if I look at this, for example, I could put 3, 5 in here and get this. It's like if I put a 7 here, this could be 5 and this could be 3 and this could be a 1, 2 pair. So I actually have a lot of leeway on these lines. The 2 difference gives you a lot of leeway very, very quickly. Now, if this was a 1, this could be a 2 or a 3 and this could be, well, it couldn't be a 5. This would then become the low digit. But if this is a 2, this would be 3 and this would still be the low digit. So if this is 3, however, this could be 5 and this could be low or high. So this would have to be 5 if this is going to be a high digit. But I don't know anything about that yet. Now, a 22 cage must have a 9 in it. So there's a 9 in this cage. An 8 cage must have a 1 in it. Now, the lowest I can put in a 29 cage, a 29 cage is made up of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can't put a 1 here because 1 is too far away from 5. Now, the maximum I can put into an 8 cage, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I can't put a 1 or a 2 here because it's too far away. And I can't put 5, 6, 7. I can't put an 8 or a 9 here. So there's no 9 here. There must be a 9 along here. So these become a little bit restricted by being connected. I don't think I've got the same limitation here because while this is 8 and 22, which gives me a little bit of restriction, these are 10 and 20, which are much closer together than these. Because with this, I can go up to a 7, and with this, I can go down to a 3. So 3, 1 here is possible, and 7, 9 here is possible. So I can't actually eliminate anything from those. Now, there is, and the big trick in this, and I think it's moderately well telegraphed, is row 5. But actually seeing what it is, I felt quite tricky. Now, 9 is in here. So these 10 cages can never be 1, 9. Because if I put 1 into one of these 10 cages, I'd have to put 9 with it. That would knock 9 out of here. There's no 9 in this 22 cage, and the 22 cage is broken. So that's fine. So 1 can't go in here. So 1 is in one of these 3 cells. Now I can't put 1 here because 1 is too far away from 5. Now I could put 1 here if I go 1, 3, 5. Now if I go 1, 3, 5, there is a 5 here, which means this becomes, oh, that doesn't work. So 1, 3, 5 would mean this would have to be 8, 9, but I can't put an 8 or a 9 here. So this can never be 5. So this can't be a 1, and this becomes the 1. So that's nice and simple. Okay. So there's now a 1 in this 10 cage, but that still leaves me with every option up to 2, 7, 3, 6, or 4, 5. So I've still got lots of options in here. Now, this cage, this is either going to be 5, 8 or 6, 7 with 9. Now, if I do 5, 8, this has to be 8, 9 because I can't put the 8 here. So can I break that? If this is 8, 9, then these would have to be, because a 10 cage must have a high and a low digit, then these would have to be and I'm actually going to pencil mark these because this just breaks my brain. These would be 3, 7, and 4, 6. So these would be left to be 2 and 5, but this would be 5 and this would be 8, 9, and that's too far apart. So showing that more clearly, if this is 5, 8, 9, I can't put anything there but the 5. This now becomes 8, 9. All that's left for these cages now is 4, 6, and 3, 7. So this has to be 2, 5, and those are too far apart. So that doesn't work. So this cage cannot be 5, 8, 9. So I can take the 5 out of there, and I can take the 8 and the 5 out of there. So this is a 6, 7, 9 cage. So I've got the makeup of this cage now. So that's a big, and this is the thing that I think took me like 35 minutes to find the first time I solved this puzzle. I don't think this is easy. At least easy enough to be in a doable, which is supposed to be sort of just above approachable puzzle. Now, there are two options in here. This is either 6, 9 or 7, 9. Now, if this is 6, 9, and I have no idea which way this went. If this is 6, 9, then these would have to be from 3, 7 and 2, 8. Now, if this is 6, 9, this is 7. So there's no 3, 7 over here. This is 2, 8. This is 3 and 7. So there's no 7 in here. So the reason I eliminated it is because it goes this way. This now becomes from 2 and 5. So this would be the 5. This would be the 2. No, wait. That's not 5 and 2. This is 5 and 4. And that 4 here would put a 5 here. And that all seems to be working. And it was literally just doing a case study in this line that I had to do. Now, if this is 6, 7, that puts a 6. Sorry, if this is 7, 9, that puts a 6 here. This becomes 7, 9. The options I have in here, I have to put 4, 6 over here because I can't put the 4, 6 in here. And the other option is 2, 8, which goes in here. And this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 5. And again, the 5 goes here, the 3 goes here. And then this has to be a 6, and that's broken because I've put 2 6s into this cage. And that was what forced this cage here to have the 7 there, this to be a 6, 9, that 7 forces that to be a 5. And those are not 5. In fact, in order for this 8 cage to work, this now needs to be a 1, 2. Now, these cages are now known because they can't include a 6 or a 9. So these are known to be 2, 8 and 3, 7. I can't put the 3, 7 on that side. This is the 2, 8. Can't put the 2, 8 on this side. This is the 3, 7. And that 3 resolves the order. I can take 7 out of both of those. So 7 goes into here. In fact, I can take 5 out of all of those and that becomes the 5. This now has to be the 7 for the 2 away. There's no 7 here and this becomes an 8, 9 pair. That took me forever to find. Now these, all that's left in here is 4 and 5 and 9 is too far away. So that becomes the 6, that becomes a 9. 8, 5, 6, 7 is too far away from 5. So this becomes the 2, this comes the 8. 5 is still now too far away from 2. And I can't put 2 in there either. This is a 1 or a 3, can't put 2 in there. 2 is in one of those. But that's so I can't put 5 there. 5 is in one of those two. I don't know that I need those corner marks, but I'll keep them for now. So this is one with 4, 5. So this is also a 4, 5. And I can't be a 5. So this is the 4, this is the 5, this is the 4. And honestly, that took me so long. So 4 can be 2, 3. So this is 2, 5, or 6 because it's got to be 2, 3, 5, or 6, and I can't use the 3. So this is 2, 5, or 6, and it can't be 2 or 5. So this becomes a 6. So 6 goes with 5, 9, and I know the order because of that 5. So that resolves fairly cleanly. And I've already used most of the cages. Okay. Now, There's possibly Sudoku I can do. I have to put a 4 in one of those two. I have to put a 5 goes right there, which means this is not the 5, this is the 5. So that's kind of cool. That's a 1-3 pair, so that becomes a 2, which means that's a 1 and that's a 2. And that's by killer logic. So this line is now resolved. Whatever I put in there is going to resolve this line. Okay. 3 is up here somewhere. Actually, I've got a quad in this column, so I'm going to put that in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 8, 9. Well, I can't put 8, 9 in there. So this is a 2 or 3, and the order is known by the 2. Whoops. So that's 2, 3, and I take 2, 3 out of those. Excuse Pardon me. Okay, so I've got an 8, 9 pair. This is also a quad. 2, 6, 8, 9. That one's a lot less useful. So I can't put a 1 on this line, interestingly enough. 1 has to go up here, but if I put a 1 here, this would have to be a 2 or a 3. So this becomes the 1. So I actually know what these are. These are 4, 5, and 6, all that's left in the box, and I can't put a 5 there. This is also a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. I can't put an 8 there. Okay. I can't put a 3 there. And at this point, I really don't remember anything about the puzzle. I can't put a 4 there. This is where I'm absolutely solving blind. This is 1, 3, 4, and 6. Um, 5 can't go in any of those. So 5 is in one of those 3. Can I put 5 on this line? Thing is, and this is the thing I found about this that was really weird with these lines, was 5 can literally go with 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. And until you get a lot of pressure in a box, I was just unable to restrict almost anything. So you're mostly doing Sudoku right up until the point. These are different. So that in this box could be in any of those. This in this box is in any of those. So if it's a 1, yeah. 2 is, 2 is right there by Sudoku. So this can't be 1, so this is 3 or 4. And it's 4 because of that 3. So that's useful. It makes that 4. That is actually useful. Which puts 4 down in one of these. Now that's actually putting a fair bit of pressure on this line. Because I can't put a 3 on this line now. So I can't put a 1 on this line because I can't put a 3 on this line. Because I can't put a... because the only low digits I could put on this line now are 1 and 3. Because I can't put 4 and 5 or 2. So if I put a 1 on this line, I could go 1, 3, and then the next digit would have to be 6, and that's broken. So all of these digits have to be from 6, 7, 8, and 9. Because if I put anything lower, I can't use 5, I can't use 4. So I have to stay above 6 and above. And I can't put 9 in there. I can't put 8 there. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9. But 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 9 is in one of those two, which puts 9 in one of those two, which makes that a 9. Because the 9s are lining up. I can't put 9 there. I can't... 9 is in one of those two because 9 is in one of those two. That is an 8. That is a 9, which takes 9 out of all of those. It's been a long time since I've looked at this. Maybe this wasn't as... I don't know. I still think this is a hard puzzle. I think that break-in is not something that most people could do in their heads. I mean, I couldn't. I'm sorry, Dying Flutchman. I'm not meaning to pick on your puzzle. I think this is a very good puzzle. It's the doable flag that broke me. One is in here. Oh, these aren't 4. So this is 4, 6, and 5. Take 6 out of there. 4 is now down here. 7 is down here. 4 and 7 can't go on a line together. So one of these has to be 4 or 7. 9 could go with 7. 2 has to go in one of those two by Sudoku. So and 1 is in here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9 is all that's left, isn't it? So 1 is in one of those two. 2 is in one of those two. 4 is in one of those 3. 7 is in one of those 3. And 9 is in one of those 2. So that's the makeup. That's very strange. So if that was a 4, there'd be nothing there. I can't put a 4 there. And if that was a 7, I'd have nothing there. I can't put a 7 there. So this is either 9, 7 or 4, 2. Nine, 4, 2, 7, 8, 9, or 9, 7, 4, 8, 2. Okay, that all seems to work. This is a quad. 1, 3, 4, 6. Well, there's no 4 there. There's no 6 there. There's no 4 there. There's no 1 there because of that 1. So this is a 3, 6. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So there's no 5 there. So 5 is up here. 5 here would put 7 there. There's no 9 there. 9 here would make this 7 or 8. Yeah, okay. There's no 4 here. Actually, there's no 4 in the box. So what are these? 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 8 there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Where does 1 go in this column? Of course, there's 1 pointing in there. This is a 1. So this is a 9, this is a 4, this is a 2, this is a 1, this is a 7, which takes 7 out of there. Whoops. There's no 8 there either. This is 6 or 9. 9 is down here. There's no 8 here. There's 4 or 6. That 1. 3 is in one of those two for the column now, so there's no 3 in here. 8 is possibly there. So don't get your hopes up. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 3, 7 and 8, which is completely unrestricted. But that's roping. This has to be 3, 7, 8 now. So this is the 4. There's no 4 here. And there's no 6 in any of those. This is 7, this is 8, this is 3. Roping. Didn't expect roping in this puzzle. Don't remember roping in this puzzle. This is a 6-9 pair, and either 6 or 9 can go with the 8, so that's fine. But this is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the order is known. This is 6, this is 4. 6 can't go with 3, but it can go with either 7 or 8. That's a 7-8 pair in the column, though. This is 1, 2, 5. There's no 5 there. There's no 2 there. Didn't expect roping, but it's a very cool trick. So possibly should explain roping. So what roping is if you get a series of 3 digits and then another series of 3 digits that must be the same, you can ask, where do those digits go in the next box? They have to go here, because they can't repeat in there or there, because you know that these digits were the same. Now I can ask the same question about these digits. Where do those digits go in this box? Well, they're not yellow, because yellow are these digits, and they're not in the same row. So they are those digits, and therefore, where do they go in this box? They have to be those digits. And then the digits that are left over must happen here. And this is called roping. I'm assuming because if you look at a twisted rope, that the twists around each other and the rope twists, and you get that twisty effect. So that's what roping is. As soon as you get 3 digits in a stack or a band that have this pattern where they must be in the same, the way, hard to explain, but if you've got 3 digits that must be sort of in a line in one box and in a line in another box in the same band or stack, then you can immediately rope the entire band or stack. Very, very cool trick, very powerful when you see it. So 8 comes out of these two, which does mean that this is an 8. This is actually a 6. There's no 6 here. This is not a 7 anymore, so 7 is in here as well. That is a very cool trick. 8 is in one of those two. If I put 8 there, still lots of options. That's 7, 8, or 9. I mean, it would make this a 7, 8, 9 triple. That would be a 5. This would be from 1, 3, 4. Yeah. This would be from 7 or 9. I don't see a problem with that. Like, not an obvious one. Oh, this isn't a 4 anymore. So where does 4 go in this row? That's the 4. So 1 is in one of those. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I've done all the 4s. So that's useful. 1s. No, 1s can go anywhere along here. Twos are even wide open. Okay, so what am I looking at? 6, 9. This line is done. This line is done. This line is the only one that's not done. So it's Sudoku and this line. Oh, this cage. That's a 3. That's a 1. That, I have no idea how long that's been there. That is a 1. That 3 probably does puts 3 up here, and it puts 1 down here. Hooray. Okay. 3, 6, 7, 9. So it's Sudoku and this line. So this could still be 5 though, if that's 7. If that's 5 and 7, does that break anything? Oh, there's no 6 here. This is a 2-8 pair. This is a 6, because I've had that 6 for a while. 2-8 pair. That 2 is looking up, making that 8 and that 2. The 8 makes that 9 and that 8. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So this is 1, 7, 9. There's no 9 there. There's a 7-8 pair, so that's the 1. This is a 7, 9. The 1 makes that 2, which takes 2 out of there. This is a 1, 5. Little bits of progress. 6 can go with 7 or 8, so that line is still fine. But this is a 7, 8 pair, so this is actually also a known pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 3 and 6, and there's a 6 looking at it. That's the 3, that's the 6. That takes 6 out of both of those, so this becomes 9, 7. There's no 9 or 7, so this is the 3, this is the 6. The 6 makes this the 9 and this the 6. There's no 6 here, so this is a 1, 3 pair. So this is 5, 7, 8, 9. And there's no 8 or 9 there. This is a 5, 7 pair, so I can take 7 out of those. This becomes 8, this becomes 9. This can no longer be 5, it's too far away. That's the 7, that's the 5. The 5 makes this the 1 and this the 5. The 1 looks up making this 3 and this 1. These are not 3 because I've already got 3 in the box. The 7 looks down making that 9 and that 7. These now need to be 2 and 8. This is the 3, and to resolve this I can use that 7 to make that 8 and that 7, and that solves the puzzle. So it took me about 25 minutes, but I still feel that this break-in in particular, and some of the spots in this, yeah, I do struggle with this puzzle as the concept of doable. I think it's a really cool puzzle. Please don't think that I don't think it's a cool puzzle. I just struggle with the concept of doable on this one. Thank you, Dying Flutchman, for the puzzle. Thank you for the series. I really do enjoy these puzzles a lot. And I know that Dying Flutchman is planning on releasing a pack of these, possibly asking me to help him put one together. I think he's liked the packs I've done. I'm not sure. Maybe he just wants to do it himself. We've only briefly chatted about it, and I was in the middle of COVID brain. So if I've got that wrong, I'm sorry. I've been getting a lot wrong myself recently. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the videos. As you know, I tend to make things a bit light. Now, I'm really sorry it was 2 months between these videos. Thank you to Timberlake from Smart Hobbies for covering my puzzle. I hope you're enjoying Skilling Sudoku, and as always, good luck with your solving.